Hey guys, this is Faster U4 brought to you by FitLab, Tailwind Nutrition, Biomax and Capital Cycles. If you're a cyclist, you want to go faster? Let's giddy up. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I got an offer for you. Biomaxa.co.nz. Head along, fill up your trolley. More lubrication than a 70s porno. You're going to rock up to the cart. You're going to enter the code. Here it comes. Steve Bale FitLab. That's capital S, capital B, capital FitLab. You know what to do. You're going to get 10% off everything in that cart. You're going to take a knife and you're going to get 10% off it. And you're going to pay that much less. And also, it's going to get to your door for free. It's going to save you a bunch. You're gonna get some chain lube. The Biomax chain lube made in Christchurch. It's outrageous. It sticks to your chain in winter like nothing else. The bio grease, the degreaser, the bike cleaner, and my personal favourite, of course, the chamois cream. Style for money down pants. Biomax.co.nz. Steve Bale FitLab. 10% off everything. Plus free shipping. Enjoy, guys. Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Fast You Full. Brought to you by FitLab, Tailwind Nutrition, Capital Cycles, Biomax. Hey, I went for a bike race on the weekend. Oh yeah, went for a bike race. The race one, Kapiti Club, hosting race one of their winter series up at the Tahoro circuit in tropical Kapiti. And it was sort of like the first race of the spring chunk of races. Normally I have a schedule where I'll race a bunch in spring and a bunch in summer and have a separate build up for each, but this little series is a little bit earlier than I normally race, but I was keen. So it was a smash fest. It was a brutal smash fest. I feel like it's kind of like where you have very early races where guys haven't sort of checked their form yet. They don't know really where they sit, so it's just all on to work out who the big dogs are. Then it gets later in the season and things actually mellow out a bit, so it's not like because it was early, it was easy. So I thought I'd just go over how the race panned out, the results, and what I learned. Because like every race, it's a motto of mine, you learn something new every race. So I've done a good bit of training to build up for this. I feel like my endurance is pretty good, not much of a top end yet, and a little bit sick coming into this race. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look about the race course, how it played out, and who the big dogs were in the end of the day. We had 3 laps of this course here in Tahoro. There's an excellent cafe. See by the little start-finish thing there? Called the Ruth Pretty Cafe, just up in there. You should go there for a coffee before the race. My mate had a scone there before the race, and he won. Just gonna say. Now, speaking of nutritional issues, our race team this year, me, Lee Campbell, Stephen Artu O'Keefe, Ryan Cork, and Jonathan Leonard, have been graced with the delicious powdery goodness from Tailwind Nutrition. Good God, it was good. I'm just going to say this time I was using Green Tea Blast. Sounds terrible, quite good. It's not sticky, it's not sweet. It kept me going real good. All the other guys were riding on Tailwind. And well, we'll see how they do in a minute, won't we? Because they did pretty blimmin' good. So thanks, Tailwind Nutrition, you rule. So a 65-ish, 64 kilometres,
hardly any climbing to speak of, 291, that's basically flat, 1 hour 35, average speed just a tick over 40, average power 305, normalised power 330, and so that in itself doesn't really reflect how hard the 2 laps at the start were, because first 2 laps were very hard, and when things split up a bit near the end, it eased off a bit. But any time I'm racing like maybe a 1.5, 2 hour race, normalised powers north of 310, 320 for me, for my weight, that's pretty stomping, and this was 330. So we were on it. We just look at the data here. It was pretty good. I peaked out in the sprint today at 1101 watts, which isn't huge. Consider I was a bit shagged out, I'm not surprised. So starting off in A grade, about 17 or 18 riders or something. A sunny day. We shelled out, pace was pretty high from the start. We all shelled out most of the riders in the first or second lap, and for the majority of the race, the selection was me, Dan Welajewski. Let's have a look here. Dave Rowlands, Brendan McGrath, Vaughan Pretorius, and Josh Eldridge. About 3/4 of the way through to lap 3. Dave Rowlands rolled off the front for about the 50th time. Brendan bridged over, leaving me, Vaughan, Josh and Dan as a 4-up. But the firepower of Brendan and Dave was enough to get about 20 seconds up the road and keep it there. There was a lot of moves and attacks off the front, some more convincing than others. Dave Rowlands is so strong that he could make multiple efforts, but the group was pretty good as a whole, so it wasn't like anyone could make some giant decisive move. And as I say, for 2/3 of the race, all of these came to nothing until guys got a bit tired. I should mention in the first lap there was a giant pothole on this left-hand side of the road which swallowed someone's wheel. I'm guessing it was one of those guys like Jack Goodson or Paul Dinehoven, whoever it was. That wasn't great, but I don't think anyone was too badly hurt. So be careful if you're racing on this course, there are some potholes. That one in the first 15Ks, 10Ks is a bit of a cracker on the left-hand side of the road. Be aware of that. So of course, we're 2/3 of the way in. Brendan and Dave were off the front by something like 20 seconds. Our foreship was okay. And Vaughan decided to try to bridge, but it was too far. We let him kind of sit out in the middle for a while, and we did start reeling him back pretty slowly, but he was super strong out in the middle by himself, and really, I'm amazed he lasted as long as he did. And if you look at the data in that period, we were tapping it out, not hugely hard, probably for that period there. See, my EP was only 293 or so in that time. So we were just taking it a little easier, but even doing that pace, as a 3-ship, we were always going to be moving a little bit quicker down the road than old Vaughan. So probably we caught Vaughan in the final 10 minutes, 5 minutes of the race, and you can see this is the acceleration where we caught him. And I put in a decent burst here of, it's only 17 seconds or so. 710 watts average there. And only Vaughan, who had been out in the middle, was strong enough to hold my wheel. He did. Dan and Josh went back a little bit, and for the remaining, it's only about 4 or 5 minutes of the race, we lapped it out. He was still lapping strong, even though he'd been out by himself in the middle, which was very strong to see. I was coming off his wheel a little bit in the sprint in the final 200 or so, 150, and much to my surprise, he just got up and he kept sprinting. I kind of thought his legs would stop about halfway towards the line, and they just didn't. And I gave it a fairly good nudge there. Yeah, no, it's quite a long sprint. What is that, 18 seconds or so, averaging 887 watts. And the dude just kept going to put me by, a bike length or something on the line. Good for you, you maniac. You did really well. So let's see how it came out. Dave took the win, took the honours over Brendan. Riding for Roadworks, Brendan McGrath riding for Roadworks team. Vaughan took third, as I say, over me, riding for FitLab. Josh and Dan and Mitchell Kinghorn. The other guys must have DNF'd. Mike Proudfoot riding for Roadworks. Ryan Cork riding for FitLab, and Dominic Arnold riding for Roadworks back there. And 15th. Let's look at B grade, because this went pretty well. Looks like we had 25 riders lining up there. Pretty decent. Look at that first name. Steve to O'Keefe lining up for FitLab. Just reminding you, this complete madman was in a wheelchair for about 3 months, from, I don't know, November or so through to February-ish, because he had a massive head-on with a car. We've worked together, and he's worked so strongly and so with such dedication that he's come back now, and he's winning. That's dedication for you. He's probably stronger than I've ever seen him. Go on, Steve. It's an honour to race with you. Sam Turner coming in second. We had third, Malcolm Allen. He's a good sprinter. So a strong field. Jonathan Leonard lining up for FitLab, coming in 8th. No, he didn't. He's probably coming in about 6th. The spreadsheet's set up a weird. And another FitLab rider there, Lee Campbell, coming in something like 14th. Didn't go so well. C grade, Rick Parker, Josh Turnbull, Mark Coburn. 1, 2, 3. D grade, Stanley Riddle, Martin Crunwell, Joe Clarkson. So as far as team points go, I don't know how it's going to pan out between FitLab and Roadworks. They're looking like the teams to watch. Probably FitLab, courtesy of the excellent results in B grade, would have picked up a lot of team points. So I think it's going to be FitLab ahead of Roadworks in the points, something like that. But Roadworks will not be far behind, for real. So what did I learn? Well, I think I've been in this situation before where you feel pretty strong, but you want to make someone else work to draw them down. I don't know, it's always a good idea. What am I talking about? When I attacked Vaughan Pretorius coming into the final 3Ks or so, I think I should have gone harder for longer. Tried to get him off my wheel, whatever. Whether that would have worked, I don't know. Probably made me lazy, seeing that the other guys couldn't follow, and figuring that Vaughan would be tired, or too tired, but he wasn't. So I think that's probably something. Really, when you go, seasoned road racers know, when you go, you go. So what did I learn? If you think you can maybe ride someone off your wheel, just do it and try. Because they might surprise you with their strength in a sprint or something like that, or on a hill climb or whatever it's going to be that's going to be decisive. If you think you can, just go and do. be aggressive up front. I think that's the key thing I learnt from that. All right, let's see. Let's do this. Oh, that's really all we need to talk about today. There is 4 of these Kapiti Winter Series races. 3 more over the next 3 weekends on Saturdays. Up at School Road there in Te Horo. Come and have a look if you like. It's probably not much to look at, but it's exciting to watch the sprint, I guess. It's usually pretty good. Watch the potholes. If it's raining, watch the surface, because there could be cow poo and gravel and stuff like that on the road. But I'm looking forward to see how the rest of the series shakes out. It's looking like it could be in A grade, looking like it could be, guys like us 4. I know Brendan's always going to be strong. I know Dave's going to be strong. Hopefully I'll be up there. And Vaughan is going away, so Josh might be good. And in B grade, well, could be a bit of a battle between Steve R2 O'Keefe and guys like Malcolm Allen, who are traditionally really good. Those top 3 there, Sam and Lee. I don't really know what happened to him. Lee Campbell's probably going to make a bit more of a comeback. Watch him. Fit Lab Rider, Dark Horse. Keep an eye on dirty old Lee. Okay, well, that's enough for that. See you out there on Saturday. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching / listening to Fast to You Full, brought to you by Fit Lab, Capital Cycles, Tailwind Nutrition and Biomaxa. If you'd like to get in touch for a coaching program or testing, you can get hold of me, Steve at fitlab.co.nz, or go to fitlab.co.nz. Talk soon, guys.